Captain Vimes of the Night Watch staggered slowly down the street, folded gently into the gutter outside the watch house, and lay there, while above him strange letters made of light sizzled in the damp and changed colour. The city, what's the name thing? Woman. That's what I was, woman. Roaring, ancient, centuries old. Strung you along, let you fall in thingy. Love with her. And kicked you in a thingy. Thing in your mouth, tongue, tonsils, teeth. That's what she did. She was a thing, you know, lady, dog, puppy, hen, bitch. And then you hated her, and just when you thought you'd got her, out of you, whatever, then she opened a great booing rotten heart to you. Caught you off, bell, thing. Hands, yeah, that's it. Never knew where you stood. Lay. The only thing you were sure of, you couldn't let her go. Because she was yours. All you had, even in her gutters. Damp darkness shrouded the venerable buildings of Unseen University, Premier College of Wizardry. The only light was a faint octarine flicker from the tiny windows of the new high-energy magic building, where keen-edged minds were probing the very fabric of the universe, whether it liked it or not. And there was light, of course, in the library. The library was the greatest assemblage of magical texts anywhere in the multiverse. Thousands of volumes of occult lore waited its shelves. It was said that, since vast amounts of magic can seriously distort the mundane world, the library did not obey the normal rules of space and time. It was said that it went on forever. It was said that you could wander for days among the distant shelves, that there were lost tribes of research students somewhere in there, that strange things lurked in forgotten alcoves, and were preyed on by other things that were even stranger.
All this was untrue. The truth is that even big collections of ordinary books distort space, as can readily be proved by anyone who's been around a really old-fashioned second-hand bookshop, one of those that look as though they were designed by M. Escher on a bad day, and has more staircases than stories, and those rows of shelves which end in little doors that are surely too small for a full-sized human to enter. The relevant equation is knowledge equals power equals energy equals matter equals mass. A good bookshop is just a genteel black hole that knows how to read.
Wise students, in search of more distant volumes, took care to leave chalk marks on the shelves as they roamed deeper into the fusty darkness, and told friends to come looking for them if they weren't back by supper. And, because magic can only loosely be bound, the library books themselves were more than mere pulped wood and paper. Raw magic crackled from their spines, earthing itself harmlessly in the copper rails nailed to every shelf for that very purpose. Faint traceries of blue fire crawled across the bookcases, and there was a sound, a papery whispering, such as might come from a colony of roosting starlings. In the silence of the night, the books talked to one another. There was also the sound of someone snoring. The light from the shelves didn't so much illuminate as highlight the darkness, but by its violet flicker, a watcher might just have identified an ancient and battered desk right under the central dome. The snoring was coming from underneath it, where a piece of tattered blanket barely covered what looked like a heap of sandbags, but was, in fact, an adult male orangutan. It was the librarian. Not many people these days remarked upon the fact that he was an ape. The change had been brought about by a magical accident.